Gotham City, Cherry Hill. Thank you all for coming. Tonight, I'm here to welcome the person who made this winter town possible, and who every year creates a new attraction for the youth of Gotham. A billionaire who has pledged to donate his wealth in totality during his life. Someone with the dream to die penniless, so others don't have to. My friend, Mr. Barry O'Neill. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Commissioner Gordon. You mock me, O'Neill. You mock my life's work. I warned you. Your plywood ice world is a fake. Only I can truly return the world to the ice from which it came. Dear Lord, Minister Blizzard. Minister Blizzard? He's been sending me letters. I didn't think he was serious. I'm getting the kids out of here. You and Bruce need to, Bruce? I've dedicated my life to restoring the Ice Age, O'Neill. Your winter world insults me. My life struggle, packaged as a children's trifle. I am not mad. There is a hidden kingdom encased in snow, but your human money and shabberies can't bring it back. The cost will be much higher, starting with your blood. You want someone to give blood, Blizzard? Start with yourself. Okay, O'Neill. Blizzard secure. Explain. He said he's the Prime Minister of an Ice Kingdom. I should have listened to the letters. People could have been hurt. I wanted tonight to be perfect. Prime Minister? For all we know, he's from Bayonne. You should have told GCPD, but I get it. You didn't want to tarnish the night. And look at everyone, Barry. They're okay. Look at the kids, their faces. You did it, like you do every year. You gave them wonder. For one night, they weren't thinking about crime or if their parents have jobs, or even Batman. They got to be kids, something that doesn't happen often in Gotham. You did that. Penny for your thoughts, Bruce. Well, more like a quarter, I guess. Come in, Duke. No charge. Kate had Alfred make them up. She's celebrating this week. And you've been in here for hours. What's on your mind? Barry O'Neill has been putting his wealth to work for Gotham longer than I've been alive. My mother looked up to him. He rebuilt Gotham Village. Twice. He's made miracles happen for generations of Gotham's disadvantaged youth. And he's nearly 100 years old. I can punch back Mr. Blizzard or Lord Deathman or Facade every time. I can fight. I always will. But eventually, he'll be gone. No matter how many times I save people, they all come up against the one thing I can't save them from. It's not new. I've always known. But I don't have to like it. Someday, something comes for us all. Even the best of us. What? No. Stay away! What are you? I am an honest signal. The French Alps, Province Alpes Côte d'Azur. Now. You've climbed a long way from the streets of Gotham. I remember first meeting you, young, stupid, and angry. Henri Ducard, the world's greatest manhunter, you called me. I disarmed you with my strict contester, a mere training sword. But you didn't run. You wanted to learn. You had the same look on your face as you do now. What can I do for you, Bruce? Teach, Ducard. For years, your ways helped me through countless cases. But I've finally found a mystery I can't unravel. Arkham Asylum, Gotham County, 1 week ago. Hey, what's in your cart today? Anything good? Still don't get why you do it night after night, man. You really care or something? I'm just doing the rounds, Aaron. Everybody deserves a good meal. Miss Eiley, deep-fried tarantula like your flytraps eat. Mr. Zeus, Tagenites. I got the recipe from the History Museum. Harvey, I couldn't bring whiskey. You know the rules. Then why the hell are you here? Brought you a stadium dog from the Knights game today. Send it through. Dr. Freeze, Küster Hakal, fermented shark, wild caught from 30.9-degree waters, below freezing. Thank you. You've always treated me with respect. The only way I know. Smith Street Arms Apartments, soon after. Calm down, Russell. What are you barking about? It's just me. Look at you. Keep the house safe. Read any books while I was gone? Hey, it's Reese. Great hanging out last night. Who knew anyone was into the Maniacs? Anyway, you seem like a sweet guy. If it's not weird, are you free this weekend? No big if not. I just had a great time, and I don't want to miss our chance, you know? I'm really excited to see what comes next. What? No, stay away. Don't. What are you? I am an honest signal. Hours later. Place is sealed and tagged, people. Go ahead, I'll meet the coroner. No reason for us all to miss breakfast. You're a saint, Montoya. Don't canonize me yet, Grogan. Paperwork's heading right for your desk, next to that bagel and coffee. Don't blaspheme, Captain. Haven't had a real bagel since the transfer from Soho. What do you want? I need time with the body, alone. You the commissioner now. Want time with the body, Batman? It takes me 4.5 minutes to smoke. Don't be here when I get back. Bat Ops, activate forensic overlay. Yes, Batman. Lamont Cranston, the first murderer at Smith Street Arms. Why you? Scan complete. Unknown airborne contaminant detected. No terrestrial match. Sorry, Bat Ops, repeat. Could barely hear you. Bat Ops, rescan. I'm having trouble concentrating. I cased this room myself. You were not here. Who are you? Why attack Cranston? You will tell me. Batman, you're not supposed to be here. The man is dead. I'm exactly where I need to be. You fall into a world bigger and darker than you can imagine. I don't look away from the dark. No world is beyond our reach, except that which we turn away from. Patrick would be proud, Bruce. The letter. No, there's no way you could know that. The Shadow knows. What? Where did... Gone. It can't be. Whoever you are, I hope you're listening. Bats live in the shadows. I'm coming for you. The Batcave. Bat Ops evidence log. Begin case file 1994. Recording. Yes, Bat 1. Item 1. Prehistoric dagger. Dated over 50,000 years old. Perfect match to victim's skull wound. Knocked from the hands of a man who wasn't there. No fingerprints. Item 2. Lamont Cranston. Deceased. Age 33. Type O negative. Arkham Food Service. Foster parent to rescue dogs. Bat Ops. Open cow footage 1931. Yes, Bat 1. Third item. An impossibility. A letter from my grandfather. Held in trust. I burned it when I was 13. No one else saw it. But the Shadow knew. Bat Ops. Run facial recognition. Yes, Bat 1. Scanning data fields. National Census. Negative. Live CCTV. Negative. Video archives. Negative. Newspaper records. Microfiche. Positive. Match found. Identity confirmed. Lamont Cranston. No. Run it again. Identity confirmed. Lamont Cranston. Born 1900. Died 1963. Cause of death. Cancer. Run known associates. If you are alive, someone knows. New York. You knew Cranston, Mr. Vincent. How could he be alive? That's what you're calling him. Knew him, sure. He pulled the gun out of my mouth, then held it over my head for 50 years. Clyde Burke. Sure, Cranston could have faked his death. Would have made a great byline for me. Cliff Marsland, fighter pilot, the Great War, died 1963, same year as Cranston.
Only one comes here anymore is me.
And why is that, Miss Shrebnitz?
Dad's buried here. He drove for Cranston for years, all hours. If that old bastard's alive, he ain't here. He knows not to bother my dad while I'm around.
What brings you to East Egg? Lamont Cranston, you were his closest associate, and his last, not dead or disaffected. Yes, well, I would be the last, wouldn't I? Your voice. You're not afraid of me, Miss Lane. Why would I be, Batman? I've seen worse than you. I knew all Lamont's faces. Shadow, Kentelard, Yinko, and more. We saved lives together in the 30s. How is he still alive, Margot? I'm still alive, but I got old. All of his agents got old. He didn't. His hate kept him young. He was obsessed with punishing crime. There was a cruel power in him. We haven't spoken since he told us to call him by a new name. Master. Take my advice, Batman. Forget him. But if you can't forget, if you can't look away, he kept an apartment in old Gotham, before it was old. The Monolith Building, room 731. Evening, Mr. Malone. First time at the Monolith, Mr. Malone. I always remember a face. Friend of mine just moved back to town. Roommates from Brentwood. Been through a lot, you know. I do, sir. Teenage years. At war with our own hormones. What room? 731. Right away, sir. Stop! What are you doing? No one reaches the sanctum. He said to stop you. We've waited decades. My father, my grandfather, the Master said you'd come. The Master. What was that the Master said again? Here we are, 731. Patrick Wayne, no world is beyond our reach except that which we turn away from. Don't worry, Grandfather. I'm not turning away. Now, let's see where the real Cranston's hiding. There. There you are. No one reaches the sanctum. Bad Ops, play Lane M interview. Start point 797. Yes, Bat 1. I knew all Lamont's faces. Shadow, Kentelard, Yinko, and more. This armory. You were fighting a war out of here, Cranston. Bad Ops, access case file 1994. Display item 1. It's a match. I already see it, but go ahead. Confirmed, Bat 1. Penetrating scan shows 99% match. Updating. New information. Archive match found. What? Dalbergia Nigra, 100% match to archive item number 599. 599? That's the strict contester. The training sword. Brazilian rosewood. One of the rarest, hardest species of wood in the world. But I've seen it before. Quite a story, Bruce. The French Alps, now. I hunted a man long dead, Ducard. Know what I found? A face unchanged for decades. The bones of a global crime-fighting network. Whole families dedicating their lives to a man they call the Master. Safe houses in New York, Gotham, Hub City. Aliases, trophies, faces, weaponry. And a strict contester identical to the one we made together years ago when I was your student. I asked you to help me solve a mystery, Ducard, and you can. Lamont Cranston killed his own descendant. He's killed before. I know you trained him, Henry. Help me find him. Help me find the Shadow. That wooden sword, the strict contester. It was all it took for me to beat you back then, Bruce. I can still see you fumbling with the chisel in planes, gouging the wood. You were desperate to make one of your own. But you were cutting against the grain, working against yourself. You've never stopped working against the grain. Bruce, you think Cranston was my student. You seek the shadow. Don't worry. He's closer than you think. The French Alps, Province Alpes Côte d'Azur, now. You came to Ducard hunting the shadow. Instead, you found him living inside your mentor. You move in the world world moves around you. I've always been here, Batman, behind you. Lamont Cranston is dead. You left his body in Gotham. You think you found Cranston's killer. I don't think. I know. Reason softens you. Time slackens your mind. I did not kill Cranston. You attacked me in his home. I saw the weapon in your hand. Only a fool trusts his eyes. I trust my mind. It got me to you. Are you so sure, Bruce? We hunt the same killer. You're the killer, Cranston. Not this killer, Bruce. The first Cranston died decades ago, but I ran facial recognition. You're a perfect match. Why kill your descendant? Cranston is one of many faces I've worn over the centuries. Lazarus, Dionysium, there are ways to stay young. Everyone thinks they're a mystery. I'll prove you killed Cranston. Prove who you are. A waste of time. Cranston's killer does lurk your streets, and he is not finished. The stag has come for Gotham's best, Bruce. Reason will not defeat him. Convenient alibi, but I won't play your game. This is no game. It is a glimpse of the world you've found. My world. I live many lives, all branching off from one, a legendary butcher. Having exhausted all the horrors man can visit upon his brother, I turned my eyes to greater power. Shambhala, a promised land from men to whom depravity was long mundane. But I did not find power there. I found perspective. I was given a choice, with my every sin laid upon my heart. Let the weight crush my soul, or relive it by preying on my own kind. So the shadow was made, undying, unyielding, unfeeling, trained to cloud men's minds, and charged to punish the worst of the world. For all your wars, Bruce, you do not truly know the evil that lurks in the hearts of men. I do, and the stag worships it. His aim is simple, to punish the world's best, as I punish its worst. I have killed him hundreds of times, only to see him rise. You cannot fight him alone. You want to help. Start with the truth. How do you know about me? I should. I trained you for years, through Ducard and my other faces. No, I would have known. The clouded mind sees nothing. You're either lying, or you knew a killer was coming to Gotham and allowed it. Sounds like you couldn't finish your vendetta, so you used my city as bait. I'll find Cranston's killer, and if it's you, lies won't stop me. Fortunate, then, that the truth is all I've ever needed. Long Island, New York.
What more can I give, master? You saved my life, yeah? That was 80 years ago. When the hell is my debt paid?
Your suffering at the yoke of culpability is an instant next to mine. Harry Vincent, Margot Lane, you listen to me. You are both at risk.
Good Lord, listen to yourself. What are you talking about? Harry Vincent, Margot Lane. Talk to me like a human, damn it, as Lamont.
This warning is one of my last acts as the man you knew. Humanity is a luxury I can no longer afford. The stag has risen again. He's killed one of Cranston's descendants.
You never cared about us or Lamont. You stole his face.
It is a message. Our war reaches its climax. A war you were part of. You're useless to me now, but you deserved to know. He could come for you.
You knew the fight wouldn't end. If it wasn't the stag, it would be Khan, or Monstradamus, or God knows who else. You spent us like ammunition. Now you're trying to do the same with Batman. I know. He visited me. Don't make the same mistakes you always do. You don't want to bury your humanity. You want to remind yourself of it, and you need to. The stag always understood humanity. That's how he found his kills.
The Batcave.
And it's the only way you'll find him.
Strange fellow. Looks a bit like my mate from the service, Master Bruce. Don't call me Master, Alfred. That's what his agents call him. No progress then, sir. I rechecked the data. Cranston was not at the crime scene. He appeared from nothing. There is no way he knew my grandfather. No way he is Ducard. I knew Henry. There has to be an explanation for him, but the evidence is circumstantial. He could be telling the truth about this stag. I can't ignore that. Cranston's murder is hard fact. Shadow said the stag kills the best of us. Cranston was beloved. His work in Arkham won him a Gotham Humane Award on write-in, but the other winners are still... Wait. Barry O'Neill, the philanthropist. I saved him months ago, but then he died in a home invasion. Cranston, O'Neill. 3 Humane Awards are given out each year. The third... The Tompkins Free Clinic, Crime Alley. Leslie Tompkins, MD, recording. Mr. Lone is in recovery, despite stubborn mistakes by new surgical assistant. I wonder, perhaps I should have kept him closer during training. Mr. Lone's aftercare is proving difficult. He requires constant surveillance. He came in raving about a man in black and red, a man who laughed inside his head. Ha! That's a fun rhyme. I am... expecting someone else. You'll wish it were the Shadow. I fought Cranston. You're not him. Same result, though. Hit a nerve cluster. That arm should be useless. What are you? I am an honest signal. Stop! Stand up. Let go of Batman, or I'll shoot. No. Leslie! You don't touch her! Leslie, listen to me. Not in this place. You know what happened here. Put the gun down. This is my clinic, and if that thing thinks he can hurt the people in my care, hurt you, he's dead wrong. Leslie, please. I know how you feel. You're angry. But if you pull that trigger, you'll regret it before the shell hits the ground. Gibson, Cranston, and O'Neill. Batman. What? Stop! What are you doing? How could you fire? Simple, Batman. There are debts and deaths to be paid. Wait, you knew those names. Was the Shadow here? Did he get to you? Did he tell you to... I am an honest signal. He's gone. Once again, Batman, the truth defeats you. What did you do to Leslie? Leslie Tompkins is safe, attending to one of my agents, none the wiser. That's your last lie. Don't be a child. I took her place to protect her. You shot him through the head. I saw the wound, smelled the blood, heard him hit the ground. He should be dead, but he's gone. I told you, the stag cannot die. Everyone can die. Not all are bound by mortal rules. You must accept that, as you must accept me. You ruin lives. You murder criminals. Maybe you didn't kill Cranston, but I'm taking you off the board. Listen to me. The stag seeks Shambhala. Evil is the key, as it was when I found it. He tarnished his soul with hundreds of kills. He needs but one more. We must find him, Bruce. I don't need you for that. If the stag wants to find evil in Gotham, I know where he'll look. Gotham City, East End. I see your point. Oh, you're new to the city and want to explore what the town has to offer. You want to open up Gotham's best and see what's inside. Hint, it's pink. Oh, you want some locally sourced mayhem, and in return, I get a trip to Shambhala. Well, let me tell you, I'd kill to get to that promised land. So, what's my end of the deal? Gotham Harbor. The Stag. Explain. I was once like him, servant only to my own dark whims. But I was made to change. I refuted his philosophy of pure self-interest, of evil. I became the Shadow. And for that, the Stag loathes me most of all. I know the feeling. Why Gotham? He is descended from the first murderer. He believes his sole right is to prey on whomever he chooses. Where I punish society's worst, he punishes its best. His each and every ritual murder brings the Stag closer to Shambhala, the same power that created me. After decades, he only needs one more good heart to open the door. You can't stop him alone. You don't get a pass just because you didn't kill Lamont Cranston. I'll stop the Stag, then I'll deal with you. We're at the bottom of Gotham Harbor. Millions of gallons of water hang over your head. Behave while I'm gone. You step out. I will, but only because I choose to. You're not in control. I have been in control since before you were born, Alfred Pennyworth. All well and good, but only two people could escape those chains. One is a god, the other is Batman. And who do you think taught him? Yes, well, you would say that. Master Bruce may not understand you. He may not accept that there are dark things in this world that simply cannot be explained. But I do. This wasn't always my uniform. I was working for MI6 long before I met Thomas Wayne. We tracked a fugitive to Canada's northwest. He was holed up tight, but we found him. Found him dead by his own hand. But something was there with us in that place. Something in the walls. Horror. True evil, potent, primal, unending. scar tissue on a better world. My men turned on each other, tore at themselves. I closed my eyes to not be struck mad. And I ran. In every battle since, in my years at Master Bruce's side, I have never seen pitch as dark as in that place, until I looked into your eyes today. I never told Batman. I've never spoken of it to anyone. So now, you're going to speak to me. East End. I get it. You're shadows working with bat ears and you want someone to stab with. But why should I trust you? I am an honest signal. That's some science right there. Didn't expect that from someone so Precambrian. I like it. Means you're like me. Exactly what you look like. Toxic. Deadly. And you don't hide it. What you got there? Hold on. I didn't know there'd be reading. I find myself newly stimulated. Kane. Can't pick your family, I guess. A bit traditional for me. I pride myself on innovation, but I know an apex predator when I see one. A lion doesn't pass judgment on a gazelle. Cancer doesn't pass judgment on a brain. I've been saying this all along. Evil doesn't exist. There are only actions. We got to the same place, the top of the food chain, just on different paths. Mine was more fun. Oh, but horny? I think we're going to get along just fine. Gotham Harbor. You attacked Master Bruce in Lamont Cranston's apartment. Why? No one commands the shadow. Someone does. I might be old, but you're a stationary target, and I've got the pistol. Do you? What? It was in my hand. The clouded mind is confident, Pennyworth. As for my attack, I have never stopped training Bruce. Some lessons can only be learned in hindsight. And contemplation of the shadow is Bruce Wayne's most important lesson. I've known Bruce his entire life, and maybe so have you. If you have, then you know you can't force him to do things. And this thing, you, the stag, Shambhala, Batman won't stop digging, even if it kills him. Your descendant, Cranston, Barry O'Neill, the lives already lost fuel him. This is the worst time you could appear, with blood on your hands. It will drive him even harder toward the truth, because that is who he is. Some truths are unattainable. When he accepts that, he will know who I am. But this is not the first time I've appeared. I have visited him many times, in many faces, leaving his mind clouded, this face but a glint in the peripheral vision of his mind's eye. I have long watched Batman's development, as I watched all my students. Other students? It can't be, can't it? I have built an army over the decades. Soldiers that would one day stand with me against an immortal killer my guns alone could not silence. Yet, as each was about to complete their training, they were cut down by the stag. Batman is not my only student, Alfred Pennyworth. But he is the last. East End. I'll give you one word on Batman. Anal retentive. Or is that two? He's the detail guy, not me. And he's always working. Sleeps in that cowl. He must.
I've sniffed it, and it is unwashed. Small things bother him. Murders of a certain kind, fatherless children, surprise evisceration. And he does notice every little thing. But he never listens to what you're trying to tell him. You want to string him up. It won't be hard to find him. He's always looking for me. Now that I came out of my den, it won't be long. I think Batman misses me. I know I would.
Stag, Joker.
Sure. The new kid's always exciting. But my name should always come first.
You think Joker will help you, Stag? He led me right to you, like you shot up a flare. I am an honest signal. I know, and that's helpful. Reinforced joint. Unlike the shadow, I learn. Remember this. How? How did you do it? I saw you die. No one could survive a wound like that. A fall from that height. The shadow believes you're immortal. I want the truth. Tell me how you walked away from that gunshot. Or you won't be walking at all. I am an honest signal. So am I.
Maybe you've been right, you know. Partners, so useful. All those times when I was bashing their brains while you snuck up from behind. I can learn too. See?
Gotham Harbor, stay where you are. No, it is time I took my leave. What? You can't! You can't! You now know what you must. I have been here exactly as long as needed. There are only so many good people in Gotham. You are not one of them. Neither am I. I told Bruce from the start. It is why I guided him through every face that made him who he is. It wasn't just to defeat the Stag. It was to protect him. Bruce was in danger from the moment he chose to become a bat, to give up a human life to protect others. To be one of Gotham's best. Bruce Wayne is the Stag's final victim.
Exciting! I wasn't sure you'd wake up this time. You'll love what comes next.
Yes, Alfred Pennyworth, but the Stag does not come for Batman simply because he is good. Bruce Wayne is meant to replace me. He comes because Batman is destined to become the next Shadow. Gotham's tomb, far beneath Gotham City.
Me? I never liked history. I say, live in the moment. Act. But my Servine friend is a big fan. He's a regular historian of the brutal arts. Old folks stuff. He found this place. Know what it is? Back before this place was a place, a warlock was interred right here. The city grew up around the tomb, juiced up on its suffering. This is the burial site of Dr. Gotham. This is where evil started in this town. And where it finally catches up with you, Batman.
This isn't you, Joker.
And you're the expert.
You don't work well with others.
Stag and I are peak predators, prime examples of evolution. We're practically family.
The Stag doesn't have family. Blood brothers, then, but the blood's all yours. We carve out your heart, the crowd goes wild, and we shove off for Shambhala.
Good luck. People say I don't have one.
You don't. Oh. Oh, that's not me.
I know. Shadow, you're here. I need to talk to Alfred about his knots. Stay behind me, fool. It's your heart the stag wants. I don't hide behind killers. The weed of crime must be plucked, Batman. Your garden grows wild. I would have these creatures dead. We'd be facing 2 instead of 20 if not for your childish rules. What, you're not up for a challenge? They all go down, Shadow. But they all get back up, you hear me? There is a world of punishment between life and death. You sound excited about it. A secluded tomb full of a generation's worst. You say I wasn't your teacher, Batman, yet you bring me such gifts. Shift's over, Montoya. What is this?
Anonymous tip, Chris. The commissioner called in overtime for everyone.
I should be cooking breakfast right now. Dora hates that man, I know it. Not used to riding shotgun, Commish, but you didn't look like you were up for arguing. What are we getting into here?
There's a number on my phone, Harvey. I don't know how it got there, and I can't call out to it. The last time it rang, we were too late. A madman broke Batman's back. 10 minutes ago, it rang for the second time in history. And trust me, I don't plan on being late again. Gotham's tomb.
This is a distraction, Shadow. Do not lose Joker and the Stag. Kai, the armless master's disgraced student. You profess to be a true hound of hell. Tonight, I send you there. That's so. You talk about the armless master like you knew him, but you forgot one of his key principles. Misdirection. You said it. See you in hell. No. What? I've trained them their whole lives. There's no way you can... This is taking too long.
Gotham Tobacconist Club.
Tell you what, Commish, if we're here to bust a couple of cases of Cordo Royals, I'll lead the raid myself.
That number doesn't ring for cigars, Harv. Keep tight and form up. Something's going on here.
Mother, run! Get Thorne out of here!
Below.
Shadow, we need to...
Not forget your favorite, that's what. Gotta say, Bats, I always liked your heart beating. No need to end the fun. But what if that's where the squinchy key to Shambhala is? Well, time to go digging.
You really think the Stag will take you to...
There's a delicate relationship between killers. You wouldn't understand.
No, but I would. Wait! No! Ollie, he shot the Joker. Batman saved him. That's it. I'm out of here. Shadow.
You do care.
Shut up.
Not my plan, but at least the world will lose both of us.
What?
I am an honest signal.
You're nothing, Stag. Your whole life builds up to killing Batman. This doesn't end with me. Get away from him.
Time to go?
I hate leaving before the end. But a man with weeping soft tissues and no place to argue. Your dagger's moist with the final kill. 5,040 murders. You've got what you wanted. Here's where you make good. I gave you Batman's heart, so it's Shambhala. Here we come.
Joker, this is Commissioner Gordon. You and your accomplice are surrounded. I will not hesitate to fire. Put your hands on your head and kiss the ground. Any other movement and we will be forced to... To think that madman's life could possibly be worth yours. You're so stupid, Bruce. And it's given the stag a working key to Shambhala. Quiet, Cranston. I need you to save my life. Cauterize the wound. It will hurt. If you did train me, then you know that's never mattered. Do it. You want to know why I'd save the Joker? I told you, Cranston. You think our lives are more important than theirs. That's how. I know I was right. I know I didn't learn from you. Because they all are. They all are. They all... No, Bruce. No. No, no, no. Gotham General Hospital.
Look at you, back from the dead and free of penetrating wounds. So that's how you do it. You think I wouldn't notice? I like our itinerary. Just one suggestion. This is why you brought me on, after all. We made it. But have you really hurt the Shadow as much as you want? Are you satisfied? If it were me and Batman, I just couldn't relax. Not while his family was still breathing. So we've got one last stop to make.
Cove. Hold on, Master Bruce. What happened to him? Stabbed with a prehistoric dagger, interwoven with metaphysical circuitry. Wounds from the stag do not heal. This is fruitless, Pennyworth. Shut up and hand me the staple gun. You don't know everything, Shadow. Hours later. You were right. It was like the wound fought back. No natural coagulation. The arteries didn't close normally. Master Bruce is stable, but for how long, I don't know. All we've done is delay the inevitable. The wound will fester. The stag's ancient sickness will creep. The strike will kill him in time. Batman is dead. Not yet. Master Bruce, stay still. I'll fall over later. Now, we work the case. We stop the stag and the Joker from reaching Shambhala. Then I can fall over. Bat Ops, bring up Geo-Tracker 27. Yes, Bat 1. I tagged the stag during the fight. We can follow him. He was shot by the GCPD. There he is. Bat Ops, Gotham General CCTV. Yes, Bat 1. Multiple homicide. There he is as well. The stag's body was already moving north. At the same time, he was freeing the Joker here. 2 places at once. There's showmanship there, incredibly precise staging. But the stag is an immortal Shadow. He's more than one person. You've been fighting an army. East Egg, Long Island, New York. Atlantic Ocean. Fard Islands. A dark place.
Keep quiet, Margot. Shut up, Harry. You, what the hell do you think you're doing? Us? Oh, we're on vacation. And you? 2 wet piñatas named Margot and Harry. Wiggle on, friends. We're almost ready to start.
You were supposed to replace me, Bruce. That's why the stag wanted you, to stop the Shadow. If you'd learned from me, punished crime instead of coddling it, you wouldn't be dying. I tried to teach you, fool. I accept you didn't kill your descendant, Shadow. I don't accept the rest of your story. Any of it. If you were my teacher, you'd expect me to be better than you, not the same. I knew, the moment Robin left my home and became Nightwing, students should surpass their teachers. You may yet. Look at you. This is a suicide mission. Still a mission. I'm dying, not dead. The bat armature will keep me going as long as I need. Pennyworth found one of these dens as a young man. It nearly broke him. Couldn't be worse than raising me. Let's go. Into the mouth of madness. Look at the walls. Something lives here, and has for a while. It's a story. The stag's story. Descended from the first killer, immortal. The stag's daggers come from the same chthonic place. I've dissected them. Their core is laced with occult circuitry that marks each kill on the stag's soul. He uses them for one purpose, the deaths of 5,040 of the world's best. The Joker lives thanks to your childish views, and you, dead on your feet, are the final victim. If you had imprisoned the stag, interrogated him instead of killing him, again and again for decades, if your justice wasn't so simple, you would have seen he's not immortal, just many mortals. You created the stag as much as you fought him. You've killed him enough. Tonight, we stop him.
Me? I love this guy. I get him, and he gets me. I can never look at something for too long, but he's got focus. Been working on opening the same door for centuries. This door, right at the bottom of this den. Guy dug his way down himself. Been digging all over the planet, but he finally found one. A door to Shambhala. The place where all my best ideas come from, where the Shadow got his power, and we can get it too. You'd call it evil. That's why you're here. Holdouts from the old way of thinking. Stag has focus, yeah, but no sense of drama. When you have a Shadow or a Batman, someone you devoted time to, you don't just abandon them. You give them something to remember you by. Like the innards of their only living friends.
That's your plan? Then you're an idiot. The Shadow doesn't care about us. He's barely human anymore. He forgot how to be long ago, thanks to his war against people like you. The Shadow doesn't know how to care. Wrong again, Margot. Master Lamont and Batman? Good to see you again, Mr. Vincent.
Look at you. You're so functional. That wound must be excruciating. One could hope, at least.
Want me to show you? Did you think I wouldn't find you, Stag? Did you think I'd let you go? That key means nothing. You'll never set foot in Shambhala. We've got to get out of here.
Why?
You can fight, Stag, but you cannot escape the truth. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit, and tonight, finally, you choke on it.
Oh! Hey!
Don't you see what this is, Joker?
Ancient dark arts up for grabs? You angry we didn't bring enough for everybody?
It's an act. The Stag is a liar. He's been working you from the start to get to me. He's not immortal, Joker.
You finally figured it out, too. It's just like you, Batman. Knowledge without the wisdom. You said the Stag didn't have family. You said that to me. You were wrong.
I am an honest signal.
That's the only thing he's got.
I am an honest signal. I am an honest signal.
Master, behind you! Don't call him that, Harry. I can't believe the Master came for us. Something's different. He's not killing them. Margot, he's shooting parts off these things. For him, that's mercy.
Batman. Stag and Joker are gone. We need to end this.
Right with you.
They must not breach that door.
So, we opening this thing or not?
I am an honest signal.
These people, you were wrong about the stag for too long, Shadow. How do we know any of this is what you thought it was? I know Stag and Joker must be stopped. Shambhala is meant to reform cruel hearts, not empower them. And I know your wound grows worse by the moment. Then let's keep moving. Margot Lane, Harry Vincent, you'll find a plane at the den's mouth. Flee this place. Await us there.
Like hell, Lamont. You think I'm afraid of this? Of the stag just because I'm owed? I fought with you for years. I didn't sit the finish out then, and I won't now.
On the contrary, Margot Lane, I do not expect you to sit anything out. I expect that if anyone but us leaves this den, you'll shoot them. Do not be stupid. I have always trusted you. Shadow, save your strength, Bruce. The fight is not yet over. Fight's never over. Perhaps not. The teachers of Shambhala, they may be able to arrest your death. Not important. Need to finish what we started. What I started. What I did. Training you to be my perfect weapon against the stag, and the perfect lure. I am not a good man. I do not claim to be. I can but punish worse men than myself. Still, could be. The weight of my misdeeds is a cruel metric, but the teachers of Shambhala saved me, Bruce. They cleansed the rot within me. They could save you. The stag may have killed you, but if he opens the door, he might also save you. Told you, Cranston, it's not about me or us. I don't care who you really are. Not anymore. Just finish this. Shut up. We're almost... No. We're too late. The stag isn't robbing Shambhala. He's burning it to the ground.
Bruce Wayne, you are dead. Shall we decide what comes next?
Who? Where am I?
This, Bruce, this is Shambhala. We live here on a higher thermic frequency. This city you saw, our foothold on your plane of existence, anchored by heavy dimensional ballast. There we make purchase to teach. Shambhala is not a promised land. It is a trap. We lure your world's worst with promises of power. Instead, we offer two paths, redemption or death. One way or another, no evil men leave Shambhala. It has been that way for millennia. Long before the man you know as the Shadow, two brothers sought us out. They took the bait, two of the world's worst, seeking the power to do worse. One entered, presented with the same choice we give all evil men. He chose death. We cast his carcass into his brother's arms. In that moment, the brother swore revenge, a legacy passed to his heirs. That is the stag. a lineage of evil, working to once again sully their hearts enough to open our door. Though our power over earthly matter is vast, we cannot resurrect our own souls. Dead on earth is dead for us. They could do it, Bruce. They could kill us all, unless you stop them.
The Stag's army is unending. Fight! Protect the ballast torch!
I am an honest signal. Then tell me, you spent generations opening the door to Shambhala, thousands of years to reach this place, only to destroy it. Why?
Heard of revenge?
You want me to become the Shadow?
He told you. Your predecessor came to us long ago, a cruel man who accepted the path to redemption. We taught him to cloud men's minds, to move in the world as we do, to expunge evil. The Shadow was his sentence, yes, and his path to redemption. But he is imperfect. But you improved upon what he taught you, Bruce. You could be the best version of him. We can give you his power, the power to be more than a man. You must choose, become immortal, unshackled to war eternal against evil, or return to life in mortal form, to fight, and one day die. As all men do.
You, quiet! 50 years we fought, Stag. 5,040 deaths. It ends today. As you sow evil, so you shall reap it.
So, Bruce Wayne, will you accept our gift?
No. Bruce Wayne will die. One day. He has to. And Batman will live on, with a new face. It must be bigger than me. There's no other way. There is no Batman without death. Now, send me back. The same way I went out.
Oh, good one.
Damn you.
It was quiet in my head. I was all out of ideas for at least a minute there. Full disclosure, when we get into your head, it won't be quite as clean.
Go on, fools. The Shadow does not bag. Maybe not, but he could keep his head down.
You look nice and fresh.
Wayne, I told you the teachers could revive you. I wasn't going to come back, but I saw how you were doing. How I'm doing is irrelevant. The teachers are losing to the Stag's army. They're dying, and we will never overcome them all. Maybe we don't have to. The ballast torch. They showed me it. The teachers. It anchors Shambhala in this world by condensing higher dimensional energy. You were trained here. You could shield your mind, but the shockwave from its destruction would overcome anyone else. No, it's our best shot, Shadow. What you ask, Batman? If I destroy the ballast torch, the teachers will be banished from Earth. And with them, all their knowledge, all their power. Banished, yes, but they'll be alive, Shadow. If the teachers are gone, they will never be able to lift my sentence. My work will never be done. My punishment will never end. I will be cursed to walk as the Shadow forever. I am not a good man. I told you, Bruce. I never was. I cannot damn myself. I cannot do it. But you could. No, I can't pull that trigger, Cranston. This is you. This is your shot to take, and your family to save. Whether you like it or not, this is a choice only the Shadow can make. Yes, damn you. Yes. And the Shadow chooses.
Quick thought. Did we want that to blow up?
I am an honest...
Wayne! You did it! They're dropping! I can feel it. The power. Like a numbness. It's too much. Look at me, Wayne. Look at my eyes. Let your mind meet mine. Hold on. Hold on. Awake, Bruce Wayne. It's over. I have encrypted channels. Alfred will notify the DSS. They'll see trial in the material world, every one of them, once they wake up. Generation after generation of murder, and look, he could be anyone. Death can drive us to cold ends, without the right guidance. Guidance, please. This is no victory. I've failed. Don't you see? It's gone, you idiot. It's all gone.
The French Alps, Province Alpes Côte d'Azur, weeks later.
I knew you'd return. Then you know why. Cranston's murder, the stag's identity, Shambhala's trap. There's one mystery left. Who are you? You said it no longer mattered. There in the tombs, as I held your beaten, broken body. But now, revived, you ask again. You still seek the truth, when in fact, the truth has never been hidden, Bruce. Your fight to accept what I have said from the start. There are things in this world that cannot be known. And there always will be. With the teachers banished from this plane, you will never succeed me. There will always be a Batman and a Shadow. A punishment that will never end. I've never seen it that way. You will. This life, it isn't a curse, Shadow. If you've truly watched me this long, all the way from Crime Alley, then you know that. You've lived a century of punishment. Your next one can be about more. There is nothing more. I can teach you. I can show you. If you'll let me. If you think that, Wayne, you've learned nothing. I don't think, Shadow. I know.